Welcome back to Prison Architect. My name is Kit, and we are continuing on with our prison that we were making from the last time. As you can see, we've got our cell block being built, and they're running our power and our water to it. Now we are going to be putting in cells, and the requirement for a cell is it be 2 by 3. So we are going to be throwing 8 in here, and like I said, my cell blocks, I've got them all set up that they will have 8 cells each in them, and then each cell, each cell block will have its own shower, and the showers, you'll need to always put a drain at the door, or the shower will leak all over the rest of your prison. And you'll have to excuse me for my voice at the moment. It is allergy time out here, and the little white balls of fluff from hell floating around are kicking my ass. I'm missing a pipe here. Showers only need to be considered a room shower head and obviously water running to them. Technically, actually, the things that say they need water running to them, for the prisoners to be satisfied and them to be considered installed, actually don't even really need water running to them. But we want to make our prison as realistic as possible, and I don't want to be an extremely mean dictator. Now in our reports tab here, I remember we went through and I showed you how to turn off our prisoners, and there was something else I showed you. Oh, to get the grants. Now with the hire of the warden and the accountant, we have more tabs. The accountant does the valuation and the finance tabs. Right now, they're really not, unless of course you want to brag about your time without incident or the value of your prison, these 2 tabs aren't useful, and you probably, other than maybe checking if you've had escapes, you won't really be using them. The regime tab here you unlock with hiring a warden, and this is the schedule that you'll have your prisoners on. This will probably be one of the most important tabs you use in this report function. You can also set your meals quality and variety in this, at of course raising or lowering the cost per day. We'll also need the needs tab, which we'll get when we unlock a psychologist, but the regime in the needs tab will be the most important tabs you will use while running your prison. The rest of these, it shows you just random information you may need. Got our prison almost all the way up. We are going to start putting stuff in it. And cells need, for them to be classified as a cell, they need, I think, there we go. They need a bed. Obviously, your prisoners will need some place to sleep. And I've tried and a toilet. And I've tried several different builds of these cells to eliminate certain things, certain glitches that I had that I'm not sure if they're, like I said, that glitches, I can't always tell if it's a bug in the game or if it's something I created by misplacing things. Now, I like to have a TV in each cell. Yes, they're expensive, but they are one of the few forms of recreation that prisoners get. So I like to put one in every cell. As you get more prisoners and your prison the longer it runs, the harder it is to meet your prisoners' needs. So them each having their own TV is great. Now, like I was saying, I've done a lot of work on the cells and the makeup of the cells. We're going to open up our prism right now, and yes, we got 8. And we are going to, now that we have our cells being built, we're going to collect 8 prisoners in the morning to put in our cells and start making our money. But as I was saying, I tried a couple of different builds for cells in the test build, and I had an issue with my prisoners getting stuck at the door, on the door of my cell, if I put anything too close to the entrance into the cell. So I had to work at rearranging those. Why do those never want to go in the office I want to put them in? I swear they're doing that on purpose just to drive me crazy. We are going to unlock the rest of the bureaucracy we need here for getting our prison labor up and running as soon as possible. What do we do? Let's see. We have maintenance. Yes, we need the maintenance guy. He's not going to be working on deployment until his office is actually an office. And cells, actually, these are classified as cells, even though they don't even have a cell door. We're gonna throw up this foundation here, even though we're not going to create the cell blocks quite yet. We're just going to throw this foundation up. Give our workers something to do. But as I was saying, cells don't even technically need a cell door to be considered a cell, and we're going to get minimum security prisoners, so I'm not going to be overly concerned with that right off the bat. We'll get to the doors eventually. And I put these because I changed the layout of my toilets because of the door thing. I put all of my pipes in the wrong spot. Well, we'll fix that. We'll just run more. Can I have it connect up here? And run the rest for the shower. Yeah, that's right. The flow should be okay doing it that way. And yeah, see, I had an issue. I have to keep this corner here cleared of anything, because as they come in to the thing, if they were cutting the corner, they would get stuck right here in the corner. And I think my test build right now has 145 prisoners in it, and it gets very tedious to go through and check every cell every time the prisoners are meant to go in it, to check and see whether or not they got stuck on a door or not. Power run. Okay, that'll be ready to put in cells when we're ready to put in cells. Got them bringing in our beds and all our supplies for our other cells. Working like a beaver. And they still haven't done anything with, okay, we're going to, I think we're going to lay out our foundation for our worker, where our workers are going to go, and what our workers are going to do. First thing we're going to do is make a laundry. And we're going to put regular doors in here because this is where our workers are going to go. We don't want them having to be let in or let out every to go in or out, and that's not quite big enough because I want to put the laundry cupboard in the back. Oh, it'll have to do for now. The size of the rooms that you have will dictate how many workers you can have working in them. We'll be starting with only 8 workers, so we won't need a huge cupboard because we won't have that much space for workers to occupy, quite honestly. So, and we'll make this one 13 by 13. Yeah, this one will get a regular door too. This will be our workshop. This will be the main moneymaker. The prisoners actually stamp out license plates. Talk about cliche. And we sell the license plates to make additional money. And come on, build. And will you finish the chief's office, please? He will get nothing accomplished. And yeah, you gotta research prison labor. And our chief will get nothing accomplished unless you guys finish his office. And you see, I accidentally hit the bang up tab when I closed out the bureaucracy screen. The button is right on top of it. You're going to have to be very, very careful of that. The prisoners get very, very upset when they're in lockdown for what they see as no particular reason. So you'll have to be very, very careful of accidentally hitting that button. I've done it and left them in lockdown for hours, in-game hours, and riots ensued because I did not realize that they were all locked down. I was busy doing other things, building or being concerned with something in general. I get distracted quite easily, so I wasn't paying any attention to the fact that my prisoners were locked in their cells like dogs in the kennel. Okay, now we've got them. Oh, come on, one girder. That's all you need left on that building. Oh, there he is. Okay, and our laundry room will need a pipe because the washers need electricity and water. And I think we have right now enough electricity running to the other things at the moment. We'll flush those out when we install them. And we are going to separate out now our cleaning cupboard. It only has to be 3 by 3, so this last little back end here of the laundry should be fine. I tried to put the cleaning cupboard as an individual standing unit in my test build, and it did not allow me to assign workers to it. Hence the fact that it's a cupboard. I do believe it has to be located within another building. It cannot stand alone. I could be wrong with that. Like I said, I'm not sure what are bugs or glitches in the game and what I inadvertently caused by being stupid, quite honestly. So it could be either or, but I figured if I come up with a glitch or a bug I've found by doing something stupid, I'll just let you know, so that you don't repeat, my stupidity, or as my son likes to call, you don't catch my retard. Yeah, kids are so much fun. And yeah, the saw and the press are very expensive, so until we have them, well, we can't put them in until they're unlocked, but until we have them unlocked and we've got a reason to put them in, we are not going to bother at the moment. We're going to, we've got everything going here. Station, kitchen, canteen. We are not going to hire cooks yet. Now, you have 4 different areas that, and we can't open them yet, but you'll have 4 different areas that your prisoners can work in. We are not going to, at the moment, worry about the kitchen and having prisoners help us in the kitchen, because the 2 chefs we have to hire, those will be adequate for feeding our prisoners for a little while. The laundry we are going to set up and make sure we keep manned. The laundry is very important. It coincides with a new need that prisoners have, which is a need for clothing, and it is a need that obviously will set them off. So, and it takes a while. The laundry runs very, very slow, so it takes a while for them to cycle through and get uniforms that they can change into. So the laundry is one of the most important buildings in the game. We're going to let a couple of our workers go here as soon as they're done with this foundation, because we don't need 8 workers milling around doing nothing while we're working on fleshing out our prison and our jobs here. But the workshop is important because it brings in cash, but the laundry is a need that prisoners cannot fulfill themselves, so it is going to be one of the things we concentrate on quite a bit, making sure that it is cycling through properly. Now, I've found a couple of glitches in the laundry room that we'll go through as maybe they come up. We're going to mark out our shower and our cells here, but we'll go through the couple of glitches in the laundry room that I found, so hopefully you don't make these same mistakes. Like I said, it was on my test build. I had glitched out the laundry, so no uniforms were going out, which made the prisoners mad, which made the prisoners riot, which caused me 30 in-game days to actually get ironed out and fixed and the laundry cycled to where the prisoners were satisfied with their clothing need again. It was bad, yes. And you wouldn't think that's a big deal, but I guess to them it was, and it caused them to almost burn my prison down. Now, see, you can hover over these guys and you can find any worker here that you want, and we'll wait till they're done working and we'll find one that's not doing anything. Okay, we are going to bring this down to 5. 5 should be an adequate number for any building projects we need right now. And that's, we've got expensive research projects here, and they're not really that important at the moment. So I'm not, and I did it again with the bang up. Oh, I don't care, I have no prisoners. We got our deployment done. So let's go look at our we got 2,000. No, we don't want to, we're not going to worry about them. We are going to let's go make our rooms. What do we need? Let's set up our cleaning cupboard first. And the cleaning cupboard allows your employees to clean your, and if you click on jobs here, you'll see, because of the size of our cupboard, we can put 3 people cleaning in here. We're going to throw those 3 up there. And if you right click on them, it just will, when we have prisoners, it will, if they choose that job, they will go there. Like I said, we are not going to worry about the kitchen right now. It's not that important to us. Prisoner kitchen staff is a logistics nightmare all its own that we'll discuss when we get prisoner labor in our kitchen. This is our bleach here. This is what the prisoners use to clean the kitchen, or clean the prison. Prison labor is not necessarily the most efficient, so just letting you know that. Now for the laundry, we need a washing machine, and I know I put that pipe there, so we're going to put the washing machine here. A table to keep our fresh laundry off the ground. Any place you need storage and you don't want your stuff thrown on the ground, and it needs laundry baskets. A table will always keep your prison neat, and an ironing board here. And the glitch I made with the ironing board in my test build is I put it against the wall, and for some reason once they put the laundry on it to be ironed, it glitched out and nobody could touch it or iron it. So do not put your ironing board against the wall. That's a big no-no there. Now a workshop requires a saw and a press, so we'll put those in there. And come on, guys, build faster, build faster. When our prisoners get closer, we'll get our guards and our cooks. But for right now, okay, let's see. Yes, we can put in jobs. Now we'll only have 8 prisoners, so we have 3 in the cleaning kit cupboard, so that will mean we have 5 more people to assign. We're going to put 3 in the laundry. Hopefully with only 8 prisoners, 3 will be enough to cycle through. And we only have 1 saw and 1 press, so we'll put 2 in the workshop. And we'll assign more prison jobs to those areas as we get more prisoners. Fast forward isn't that fast now, is it? Doesn't seem to be. That's okay. You guys just love to sit here and listen to me babble. I know you do. Not really. Even I don't. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. And I don't remember. So, our prisoners arrive at 8. We've got our workshop set up. We've got everything all going. I may just pause this until we get our prisoners come. And here we go. Our prisoners should be arriving at in a truck here. We're going to throw down our 2 cooks, and here they are. And I'm going to hire 3 guards at the start. I have a use for 2 of them. So after, we'll just throw in our 3 guards here. If you notice, the prisoners don't do anything. If you don't have any guards there, they'll just stand there and do nothing. But we don't want to be that mean to our prisoners, so we're going to throw down some guards and get them into their cells. Now, if we did not have cells already for our prisoners, they would be dropped off in the holding cell, and that would be their home until we built individual cells for them to be housed in. But we have individual cells, so they bypass the holding cell. And basically, we're going to try to have cells ready as we get prisoners, but the holding cell is going to be for rearranging prisoners, which we'll discuss that when we get to assigning room types, because I had an issue with that one too. I've had an issue with a lot of things. But holding cells are useful when you're transferring around prisoners, and also if you have an exceptionally large number of prisoners coming in and you just don't have the capacity to finish enough cells to house them before they come in. So we're going to get all our prisoners in, and see these doors here, they are locked and only a guard can open them. This does create a bottleneck for your workers, and I'm going to show you how we fix that after all my prisoners are put away. I'm going to show you how not fix, but alleviate that problem slightly as we put them away. I'm standing out here in the sun by the road. My guards are so quick. Actually, they're not. Nothing in this game moves exceptionally quick, which is why you have to do a little bit of tweaking of like your regime and stuff like that, because nobody moves with exactly a lot of purpose. Now, for the guards, I showed you how to do the jobs. We're going to work on the deployment for the guards. If you click on the jail cell here, it will assign a guard to the jail cell, and then you can go through and create a patrol for him. We're going to have him walk down this hallway here so he can let all the prisoners know he's here. And we're going to put one over here by the front gate. If you notice, you click on the yard, it lights up the entire yard. But we're going to click on a guard here, and we're going to tell him we don't want him patrolling the entire yard. We want him patrolling right here by these 2 doors, so that he will always be available with a key. Now, as we get more guards, the floating guards will normally pick a logical spot to go: the yard, the canteen, the deliveries area, the holding cell. You can click on them and send them to a specific spot. Let's see, you can make him go there, and he will stay there, I believe, until something happens that makes him have to prisoner needs to be transferred or something, blah blah, he will stay there until something makes him have to be moved. What was I saying before that? Oh, as we get more guards, I'll be putting these in here. Now, if you see the regime, we have our prisoners arrive at 8 a.m. You never want your prisoners all clumped into one area when you have prisoners coming and the guards are distracted with incoming prisoners that is looking for a riot. So we will go through and we will redo the regime in the morning, or in the next episode. We'll go through the regime because, like I said, you never want to clump prisoners together in one area unattended while your guards are distracted with other prisoners. But I think I am going to call it here for this episode. We will go back over, we'll concentrate on the regime and getting it set up as best we can in the next episode.